If the beat hits, I'm ready to go. Don't swag just because I love rap, fuck that. Quick as a flashlight, you know we're gonna bang right. I'll be filling in the gap on the waxes, getting feedback.
Out our shirt on Teespring.
Friends, gather round. For tonight we delve into the chaotic whirlwind that is American politics, specifically, the battle brewing between the White House and those bastions of beige programming, NPR and PBS. Our story begins, as it often does these days, with a presidential temper tantrum. You see, President Trump, in a move that surprised absolutely no one, has decided he's had enough of NPR's long-form journalism and PBS's documentaries about the mating habits of snails. His weapon of choice? A presidential executive order, naturally. This order, riddled with more logical inconsistencies than a Trump campaign speech, aims to defund both NPR and PBS, effectively silencing them. Trump claims they are riddled with liberal bias. He seems to forget that just last week, an FCC investigation, started by one of his own appointees, questioned their non-commercial status and criticized their reliance on corporate sponsorships. It's enough to make your head spin. Now, you might be thinking, can he actually do that? Just shut down two of America's most trusted news sources with the stroke of a pen? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because this is where things get really interesting. To understand why Trump's plan is about as well thought out as a Trump Tower casino, we need to rewind back to 1967. That's right, folks. We're talking bell-bottoms, lava lamps, and the birth of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, also known as the CPB. This wasn't some random act of hippie idealism, though. Congress, in its infinite wisdom, saw the need for a non-commercial educational broadcasting service free from the clutches of corporate influence. Thus, the Public Broadcasting Act of 1967 was born. This act, etched in stone and legal precedent, is essentially a big flashing neon sign that screams, "Government, keep your grubby little hands off public broadcasting." It explicitly forbids federal interference in the content produced by NPR and PBS. So when Trump tries to defund them based on supposed liberal bias, he's not just picking a fight with Big Bird, he's picking a fight with the very law of the land. And let me tell you folks, the law of the land is one formidable opponent. It's not just Big Bird and the law that Trump has to worry about. Legal experts from across the political spectrum have come out swinging, calling his executive order everything from blatantly unconstitutional to a steaming pile of legal garbage. They argue that the president's authority, while vast, isn't limitless. He can't just unilaterally decide to ignore laws he doesn't like, especially when those laws are designed to protect fundamental freedoms like freedom of the press. The First Amendment, you see, doesn't exist just to protect the speech we agree with, but also, and perhaps more importantly, the speech we find disagreeable. Trump's order, if successful, would set a dangerous precedent, allowing any future president to silence dissenting voices simply by cutting off their funding. It's the kind of power grab that would make even Richard Nixon blush. Now, you might be wondering, if this executive order is so blatantly illegal, why are we even talking about it? Well, here's the thing about American politics. It's complicated. While Trump might be able to issue all the executive orders he wants, it's ultimately Congress that controls the purse strings. That's right, folks, those fine folks on Capitol Hill, the ones who seem to spend more time arguing than actually governing, they're the ones who decide where the money goes. And as much as Trump might want to starve NPR and PBS of funds, he needs Congress to approve it. This, my friends, is what we call checks and balances, a cornerstone of our democracy. It's a beautiful, messy system designed to prevent any one branch of government from becoming too powerful. So while Trump might be able to throw a temper tantrum and issue an outlandish executive order, it's ultimately up to Congress to decide whether to indulge him or tell him to go to his room and think about what he's done. And that, my friends, is a story for another night.